Hey guys, it's Young Wealth. Now today we must talk a bit about LCX and all the negativity behind it, right? Actually, when I go on CoinMarketCap just to check the graph, all the FUD disgusts me, and the reason it disgusts me because I see the same names in here every day. The same names come to LCX's comment section to comment some FUD, alright? And the reason I've put in the title LCX FUD is starting to actually worry me is because I'm really worried, right, that when I get my burger off these people in the comments at Burger King because they didn't buy LCX early and they are working at Burger King, I asked for my double whopper. I just hope they don't try to take my LCX wallet, because you never know. They might realize, oh wait, hold on, he pulled up in a sports car outside the Burger King. Now we are jealous. A lot of these people are missing critical buy points. Now we have the graph over here, and I really want to make things clear to a lot of people that don't really understand technical analysis. Now, I'm not the greatest TA, but I've been in the market so long, sometimes you can look at a chart and really know what it's going to do. That's why I said at around 34 cents, take a little bit profit, it won't hurt. Now what we have here, right, let me just get my, because you guys know the FUD don't really get to me. I had to make a video to catch your attention so you could understand what we're about to talk about today, because there's so many people saying LCX is done. But when you have a move like this, right, let me turn that line a different color, put it purple so you can see it clearly. That's not even clearly, but put it pink. Okay, when you have an impulsive move like this, you must fill in the gaps wherever it gets rejected, right? Which it got rejected on resistance over here at the 40 cent range. People don't understand that impulsive moves like this usually means there will be a little pullback. Okay, and impulsive moves, when you see this green candle here, it has to fill in every gap, because if you don't know what a gap is, it's pretty much where a coin kind of ignores all of the price points that could reject it. It ignores all of the resistance points, and it has to come back down to test those levels again. So if worse comes to worse, right, because right now we are kind of standing, we are literally on support. If you don't know, over here it's pretty much, we broke past this key level which was resistance, and when we impulsively moved up here, that became support, right? So you gotta understand, right, anything in this kind of area, it's okay to be volatile here, especially when we know the climate of the market right now. Like, if LCX was to test, so where does that hit? Is the bottom of this range where it creates support. It takes us to the 8 cent range. Now, depending on the climate of crypto, it is very possible we hit the 8 cents range, but that would not be in one swoop like this. That's why I'm telling you that when you dollar cost average, it's one of the best strategies, because what will happen is it could possibly consolidate slowly but tap these levels again. And if it taps these levels of 8 cents again, it's filled in the entire gap. Okay, where it left off, it's touched that gap, and this usually means for a lot of these tokens an impulsive move to the upside. This time last year it was around 26,000 holders, right? And when we check the price today, or the holder amount today, it's gone up by over 10,000. We have an increase of around 10,000 holders, which it just shows growth, consistent slow growth in the project. Like, I know some coins, they will have an extra 50,000 holders, but I told you already, LCX, this run was never the narrative. So when people FUD it in the comment section, it's like they do this because they want you to sell like they did. So if it goes up, everyone can regret it together. Everybody can say, I wish I never sold, because this is all accumulation phase, if you ask me. Like, anything in these ranges, this box here, these price points, 26 to 8 cents, these are all price points and great entries, because at the end of the day, we've seen the potential of what LCX can do long term. Okay, we've seen the potential of what it could do long term. Okay, because we haven't even tapped the all-time high yet. We haven't. Okay, we haven't tapped the all-time high. The all-time high allowed LCX to wick all the way to 68 cents. That's what CoinMarketCap is saying. I don't know if that's true. On I mean, on Trader Dex. On CoinMarketCap, it says the all-time high was around 48 cents. We haven't touched those levels, and you have to understand it could be a slow climb just because, bro, when we look at the Fed cut rates, like it's they're not cutting the rates. That's what I'm saying. People don't really understand economy, so they think that, oh yeah, we should pump in 2025, but they don't read what's going on in the economic landscape. Okay, inflation unexpectedly rose in January. Here's what that means for rate cuts. Okay, inflation rose by 0.5% in January. That's the biggest increase since August 2023. Okay, so at the end of the day, inflation rising at its fastest rate in over a year and a half, causing experts to predict that the Federal Reserve will keep rates steady at next month's Federal Open Market Committee. Like, they are not cutting rates anytime soon, and people don't understand, if they don't cut rates, new money won't be printed. Like, they won't turn the printers on. What you need for a catalyst in a bull run is Fed cuts and printing of money. Without those two things, it's like we could see market struggle, but the only coin that's not going to struggle right now is Bitcoin, because I mean, so many companies are buying it. Michael Saylor is buying like $1 billion a week at this point. Michael Saylor owns 400,000 Bitcoin, and it's probably more by now, but he literally dollar cost average every week. So you have to understand that there'll be a point in time where Bitcoin is too scarce for any larger investor to get into, because we only have around 14 million left on the open market. Once that becomes more scarce, all of the volume will be actually shared with other valuable projects, in brackets utility altcoins that have a good use case. And people don't understand, these things take time. This is not no longer how it was. We can just wait every 4 years, and every 4 years we can sell. Listen, I told you, like, the elites are gonna make it harder for you to get rich. They're gonna play the psychological long-term game with you, because 9 times out of 10 the institutions will beat everybody at the long game. These dudes are not buying Bitcoin or crypto to sell. These institutions and companies are not buying crypto to sell next year. They're not. They will play this long term, and they'll outbeat you, because listen, it's proven dollar cost averaging over a long period of time outperforms day traders. So, like, you can believe me or not, but when I say that I have full conviction with LCX, it's to the point where if it dumps to 8 cents tomorrow, I'll buy that dip, because everybody was flooding Solana at $15. I remember, like, I seen that $15, everybody was flooding it. Well, what do you know? It hit around $243. So people think that a dip like this is a bad thing. They think but the thing about it is, it's only really down 50% from its all-time high. If we go back on the year, like this, and cross this out so you don't get scared. I think it's dumped. This is actually healthy price action, and people don't understand, when a coin has good tokenomics and a good fundamental and a narrative behind it and accumulators, dips like this cause impulsive waves to the upside. So the next impulsive wave could possibly break past like 50 cents, but we have to get there first. Until we get there, we're going to stay grounded, stay disciplined, and continue to accumulate what we value. So it's like, behind the scenes, they're making big moves. I was reading something. Whereabouts is it? Over here. This is what the timeline for the overview deadline looks like. So we literally, if we skip to this day, we have 25 business days for the FMA completeness check. Now, I think the FMA actually stands for, what's the word? FMA stands for Financial Management Association. I'm not sure if that's the same company, but from what I'm guessing, it's Financial Management Association. Okay, so they have to review this in the next 25 days, and they have a deadline to submit this in the next 60 business days, approval or rejection. So if this gets approved and then we have Davos 2025, it's like, it's all catalyst. But markets won't make LCS will not make a crazy move to $5 until we have the catalyst in the entire market. And right now, when we look at the economy, it's just not looking good. This is the worst inflation. Like, the Fed is actually in a nightmare right now. So until we have clarity in the economy, don't expect no catalyst or no big bull run, because people are cautious. Investors are cautious. A lot of people on the sidelines worried and anxious. So I'm keeping accumulating because I know when people are anxious and fearful, that's the best opportunity to get in. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was Young Wealth signing out with another one. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.